And we are live. Yes, and we are the knights who say knee. Haha. um, Somebody else is a Monty Python fan. Hi guys. Um, Darren will be coming back in just a minute. He comes in here and I get him situated, and then his phone beeps because somebody messaged, and so it's like okay. So he'll be getting here in just a minute. Hello everyone and welcome. And it's just been a long week. But this evening we will be honoring the appeasing of Sekhmet and Shu bringing back Tefnut, who, of course, is very, very much parallel to Sekhmet. They're both lioness goddesses. They're both the Eye of Ra, and both of them got ticked off and ran off into the desert. And I have to confess that I really felt like doing that this week myself. So, yeah. I kind of feel like at this point I can't say I blame her. Screw you guys, I'm going home. So yes, and also it's second denny to being the last quarter of the moon, and that means in another week we'll have a new moon, and then the start of a new lunar month. And oh, cool. So the gang is slowly getting together here. I say that because Darren will be getting back with us in just a minute. So, uh, yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now, and I hope everyone is doing. Oh, by the way, since a lot of folks are here and tuning in right now that happened to see when I was working on like our articles of faith, basically. And I kept it fairly straightforward and simple, because a lot of things really that's up to you as the individual. But submitted for your approval, uh, uh, because I noticed there was someone posted a question on the Facebook group because they encounter folks who are Kemetic. They practice as Kemetics, but they believe in like ancient alien stuff and that like the gods are aliens or something like that. And he says it drives him up a wall because it's like, no, that's not what being a pagan recon is. And I'm thinking, should we include that in something in there that says we're not about aliens, and specify that these are Egyptian deities, not aliens? Um, Let me know your thoughts. So I figured I would put that out to everyone, and as I hopefully get some more time to do things, I will continue writing all of that and putting it together. So, yeah, yeah. Uh, so, is committed with a sprinkle of insanity and misconceptions management. Yeah, yeah, that's kind of funny, but yeah. So that's not what we're about. I mean, I'm sure there are plenty of groups that are okay with that, or somewhere else. I don't know who they are, but there's something for everyone out there on the internet. But that's not what we do. This I'm sure we all agree on this, but again, just keep giving me your thoughts. So, I'm gonna give it just another moment because Darren's probably responding to somebody, and he'll be back with us because we don't want him to miss out on the cool waters. So,
I guess that would go in this same area as the we're not about race.
yeah. Like somewhere that says okay. Oh, so we're not this. So we're not this weird thing that you heard about. Yes. Yeah. Several weird things that you might have heard about. We are not. Let's go down the list. We are not this, and this. Um. Yes. The pigments in your skin have nothing to do with what you can believe, and we believe in real deities, not aliens. Yes. So hang on. Just you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and kind of get us maybe started, unless hold on. So
ETA 30 minutes.
Oh, okay. Okay, so Darren will be with us for the first 30 minutes or so, and then we have company coming.
You maybe get a text.
Okay.
To let them know you're on the way. They're on the way because I told them to text you because I'm charging.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll just have to watch my phone. But yeah, we have more folks who are young enough to be our kids coming over to spend the night, and it's kind of weird. It's like, who put out the memo that we were responsible adults?
Then I'm gonna let you plug me back in.
Okay.
They're both.
Yes, context. It's always better without it.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. I'm gonna figure this thing out eventually.
That's cool.
There.
Unlimited power.
Oh, and a little bit of context for what Darren and I are yammering about. Yesterday, he got something that we have been waiting for a very long time, which is a wheelchair that has a mechanism in it that will allow him to stand up. I mean, it's kind of, yeah, it's kind of like Darth Vader strapped on the table in Episode 3 kind of thing, like, stand up and, like rigid sort of thing. But he's actually standing up. So at some point, we'll have to like put that on video so you guys can see.
Because I figured out I can't stand up right now.
Because it's got it's unplugged. And it's charging, right?
No, the charger is plugged in.
Yeah. Well.
Oh, you unplugged the mechanism
in order to charge it. That's how you. Yeah.
Oh,
you have
okay,
to.
I didn't know that you had to unplug the mechanism.
Right. You have to disconnect that in order to plug it in the charger.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well.
Did you read the manual?
Never. I lose man points.
Well, I was going to say no. This is look. We're children. We were children in the 80s. Okay, you got your transformers, and you figured out how to transform them without looking at the instruction booklet. That's how this goes.
That's right, and that's also how I learned to program the VCR. For those of you young enough, Google it.
Okay. Oh, I know. Oh, and great news from Kit Fox is we got to hear our baby's heart today.
Yay!
That's wonderful. Oh, and you know what? Thank you for sounding off. Kayleen says, I have an interest in extraterrestrials based on some personal experiences, but I see that as totally separate and would be perfectly happy for the articles of faith here to exclude that. Cool, yeah. And I like that too, because I'm not saying that there aren't other life forms out there. I mean, I happen to be fans of what are basically alien robots, but that's a totally separate thing from this. So, but to give you a little bit of context, Darren, someone on the Facebook group was saying that they've actually had discussions with people who practice as Kemetics. They'll make offerings and things like that, but they believe that like the gods are aliens, or they believe in like the ancient aliens thing.
That's the whole Stargate thing.
Something like
that.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, yeah, that's nice, but that's not what we do here. So, but yeah, well then, and it sounds like there might need to be a thing of general consensus is we feel this, and this. This is kind of how we roll.
They kind of do the same thing even with other contemporary religions, Hinduism,
mm-hmm.
Flying fortresses of destruction.
And in a nutshell, before we get started, because I'm about to move us on, but in a nutshell, my position is that aliens kind of becomes a convenient shortcut for people who are uncomfortable with the idea of a larger abstract power, the idea of divinity as we understand it. It's like that there's something intangible that can't be explained away. Aliens did it. No, there's some mystery in life, and that's where faith comes in, and that's okay. But people who are uncomfortable with that sometimes have to ascribe it to aliens. So, especially if it's some other culture, it's easier to say, those are aliens. They didn't really believe in anything, important or valid, did they? Well, maybe they did. So that's my thought on it. But
it's a common psychological defense mechanism.
So,
I guess on with the cold waters.
well, let's. Oh, hang on. Let me get started. These cool waters are upon my hands, and they purify me, as Tefnut purifies me. Hail unto you, Nachiru. We come unto you without falsehood and without evil. Our purity is upon our hands, our purity is within our hearts. We cast out all evil that pertains to us. We are pure, we are pure, we are pure, we are pure. You okay?
Wow.
That help your knee?
My knee was on fire.
And then we sprinkled you with cold waters.
And I put my hands from the cold waters to my knee. I cannot begin to explain how much that helped. Pain went from an easy 8.5 to like a 1. So I'm very happy and very grateful.
As we were just saying, Tefnut is very, very closely parallel to Sekhmet. They're both lioness goddesses. So,
Except one works with water and one works with moisture.
well, I think they both can work with various
The
things.
Eye of Ra's powers.
Yeah. Well, here's what's fun for
Mama
me.
Sekhmet don't need nothing. See?
Yeah. Well, here's what's funny for me. Anytime I have seen a statue of her in a museum exhibit, there was always a vent with nice cold air somewhere in the immediate vicinity. So a cool breeze, a cool breath of air, that's I think another of her signs. Then certainly for me it is. So
Yeah, and she typically gets really insistent if she knows I'm in pain.
mhm. Yeah. So come here. Let me fix that.
Yep.
Yeah. That's what
Right
she
now,
does.
don't argue, and when she means it. Mhm.
Okay, I'm just gonna step over here real quick. Yes. Oh, hi, mac and cheese.
Oh, you're delicious.
Oh. And Finn says, "I'm afraid of Kansu that his pain will be healed."
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I love you all for that. Thank you.
Okay. Come in peace, bright eye of Horus. Come in peace. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus shines like Ra in the twin horizons, and evil hides in fear of it. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus destroys the enemies of Ra and all of their abodes, till none remain. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus comes to the four corners of the world, to everyone who is tuning in with us now. north and south, east and west, and all who will be joining us in the future. This eye of Horus comes, and we are purified with it. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
And we will light a candle for Shu. Lord of Upper Menset and Yunu. Oh, wow. Okay. I wonder what makes them do that. So I'm just, come on. There we go. Hold on. Let the wick get a little bit of fuel. There we go. Yeah, for a second. You arise in the Akathis Capri, O Ra, spreading your light upon the earth. You set in peace in the mountains of Manu as a tomb, bringing your light to Duat. Shine upon earth as you do in heaven and Duat. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who came from noon at the first time, for such is your uniqueness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Hu at your left side, for such are the words you commanded. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Sia at your right side, for such is your great wisdom. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, whose Hika goes before you, for such is your ability. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who rules with Ma'at upon your brow, for such is your righteousness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, and hail and praise unto you, O Sekhmet, O Shu, O Yunachiru, you lords of love and lords of life. Grant us life, well-being, and health. May our eyes perceive your goodness, and our hearts receive your wisdom. May you shine upon us as you traverse the sky, that we may bring to you Ma'at and cast out his Fet. And may you guard us from the evil one through the dark hours of the night, your protection being before us and your strength being within us. Take these, your cool waters, which are the inundation, that they may cool your hearts. O you Nachuru, these waters are the eye of Horus, that your hearts may be refreshed. Milk, milk, may you taste it in your shrine. May your hearts be refreshed with it. We bring you this milk from the great flood, O you Nachuru, that you may be purified with it. And in case anyone wonders, because there are folks who have dairy sensitivities, and I figured out that I'm one of them. And what we have here is coconut milk, and that's by the by the the magic, the hika of our words, we present it as milk, and you know
Well, coconuts naturally have milk in them, so.
yeah, so it's valid. That's how we
Jai
roll,
here.
huh?
I said Ujai to him because he's sneezing.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm coughing.
Ah,
Do I need to reduce the incense, or that's not going to bother you?
No,
Okay.
I don't want to neglect them one bit.
Okay. We give you incense. We give you incense, great of purity. This incense is the eye of Horus, and its fragrance comes to you. It cleanses you. It adorns you. It takes its place upon your hands. O Yunachuru, we give to you this eye of Horus, and its fragrance comes to you. Take this, your bread, and your produce of the land, in which gods live. This bread is the eye of Horus, O Yunachuru. Lift it to your faces and be at peace with it. The gardens prosper and Hapi rejoices, overflowing with his meal. We fill the eye of Horus for you with wine, O Ra, O Sekhmet. Shu, O Yunachuru. Drink and be pure. The doors of heaven and the doors of earth are open with libations for you within this house. May your faces be refreshed with your libations, your wine, and your water. Pure, pure is Ra Horeketi within his house. Pure, pure is Sekhmet the Great within her house. Pure, pure is Shu within his house. In Upper Menset and Yunu. Pure are the gods, the cause of all of these gods, with this good myrrh that is given. Jehuti proclaims it. It is written in his house of sacred words. Hapi gives in abundance, thousands of offerings, all things good and pure. For Ra Horeketi, Sekhmet, Shu. And all of the gods, in every place that their immortal cause dwell. Come to your body, O Ra Horeketi. Come to your body, O Sekhmet. Come to your body, O Shu. Come to your bodies, O Yunachuru, and come to your invocation. Come unto us, your servants, who are mindful of your feasts and your offerings. Bring your power, your hika, your honor, your ba to these your offerings, and partake of them. Come, O people, raise these offerings before the faces of these gods. Lift the offerings before Ra, before Sekhmet, before Shu. All life comes from them. All health comes from them. All stability comes from them. All good fortune comes from them, as it has since the first time. Ora Horeketi, and your son, the Osir Nisu Nebkeperu Ra, your foes retreat from you. Horus turns himself to his eye. Turn yourselves to these, your offerings and receive them from our hands. And from the table of the gods to the table of the blessed dead, we light this candle, that it may be the eye of Horus that lights their way in Duat. And we bring them these cool waters from the table of Osiris, that their hearts may be refreshed. Ta henkets ka kau abdus naturmerhat kutnebet nofrewabet akhed naturim and kawing akupunibu makerunibu hirnatra. A voice offering, bread and beer, 1,000 of beef and fowl, incense, oils, and all good and pure things on which a god lives, for the cause of all of these aku, all true of voice before the great God. And now we come unto you, O Ra, as Jehuti comes, our hands joined under Ma'at. Ma'at has come to be with you in every place where you are. An offering of Ma'at is made unto you, that your heart may be pleased and your Ka shall live. Truly, your Enid has Ma'at, for they know you live in her. The Enid says unto you, your word is law eternally. Isfet is cast out by your word. Rejoicing is yours every day. Ma'at has taken her place in your shrine. I'll tell you what, we'll balance it out because we have Shu on one side, we'll put Ma'at on the other. So we have everyone kind of spread out. And may we always act with gentility and compassion, for such is the first Ma'at. May we always offer charity and hospitality, for such is the second Ma'at. May we always respect consent and fidelity, for such is the third Ma'at. May we always avoid violence and promote wellness, for such is the fourth Ma'at. May we always speak words of truth, for such is the fifth Ma'at. May we always promote the public good, for such is the sixth Ma'at. May we always act humbly and with temperance, for such is the seventh Ma'at. May we always honor our gods and respect others, for such is the eighth Ma'at. May we uphold Ma'at like Jehuti. We may witness Ra's perfection every day. Okay.
Can we mention what's on the offering plate?
Sure, just a second. All right, and we'll go ahead and let the hieroglyphs show up. Let's see. And Mello says, I've been super sick and had to stay home, so just being here is nice. Oh, thank you. I'm glad to have you here, Mellis. These dactylites burn out too fast. Yeah, certain brands of them do, the cheap ones especially, but that's okay because that's the ones I have to get sometimes too. Mario says, can I get a small prayer to help me get over the last stretch of this fever? Absolutely.
We'll trade those small prayers in for big prayers free of charge this week only.
Yeah. Sarcastic says, Ra left Tefnut in charge of us for 3/4 of the year. In summer, though, he comes back and never leaves. Now, to give you some context, Sarcastic, you're coming from Washington State, if I remember right. So, yeah, Tefnut and the dew and the moisture for 3/4 of the year, and then in summertime, boom.
You lucky dog.
Well, you know, I don't know. There's pros and cons to everything.
Yep.
Because right now we're in a moist stretch, and the problem is everything. Bless you. Everything gets wet and like starts to rot, and so it's like,
Well, then rock comes and dries it all out. And
Yeah.
it makes us appreciate the rain again because we don't see it for 4 months.
Well, yeah. Well, again, right around Egyptian New Year, it's like the you have the shift in the pattern, and it goes to hot and dry.
And they were just saying that the El Nino this year could be huge.
Oh, so it's going to go from La Nina to El Nino.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And this could be one of the biggest ever.
Probably because we had a 3 year long La Nina,
Uh-huh.
and so the blowback. It's that with that blowback effect, or what do they call it? Like rebound
The
effect.
rebound effect, yes.
Yeah, so we're gonna have a rebound effect.
And remember, El Nino is
Spanish for the Nina.
the Nino.
Saturday Night Live reference. I guess maybe I'll get back into sourdough over the summer. That sounds pretty good.
Oh man, sourdough is awesome.
Mm-hmm. But oh, Alex Scrambles into chat. Hey, sorry I'm late. Oh, it's okay.
We still love you, Alex.
Yeah. Oh, Alex says, unfortunately, I wasn't able to get that job. I pray for better job opportunities to come. I also ask for prayers in getting back to school / college classes. Trying to find free ones or ones that have a small fee in order to get the credits if you complete the class. And also, I ask Mama Segment once more for justice. There are people on the internet that are stalking my boyfriend and saying really scary / disgusting things to the both of us. I won't go into too many details, but they threatened them harm on the boyfriend and said really disgusting things about my body.
The other thing I would suggest is get off the internet.
Well, the easier said than done for most of us. I mean, think about
Well, yes, but we also know where to go and where not to go too.
Well, I don't want to. I don't because people come and find you. And so if there's a way to report any of that, then please do so.
Right.
And if anybody knows things, the resources that can help, and that's an area where I think people are the technology is moving faster than the means to control it, and this is one of those areas. You have all these people doing these kinds of things. It's kind of crazy the things that people can get away with. Just because there's nobody, going and policing any of that, and it's still a place where you can get away with things that, you'd get charged with disturbing the peace if you did it in real life.
Oh yeah.
That's the flip side of it. Is people can say things and do things on the internet that they can't get away with in real life. And it's been that way for 25 years.
Some of that is slowly being curtailed as we start losing internet and anonymity.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's such a complicated bag, and this is the kind of thing that we could spend all night talking about, and
let's not even mention doxing.
Oh goodness, yeah.
Mention what?
Doxing. That's where people go and they find your personal information, and then they go spread it all over the place, and then people go and they harass you, over the phone, or leave things in your mailbox or whatever because suddenly everybody knows your personal information.
Yes.
That's another thing. But okay, so I've got some cookie requests. Oh, hey, cool. Bread and beer, fowl and beef, sun and yes, like incense oils. That's really cute. Solomon's son basically was putting the voice offerings as emojis. That is really cool. So I finally figured that out. I'm like, that's really cool. So and Finn says I gave voice offerings in a graveyard today. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, Silver in the Discord wants a fortune. Okay. And Solomon says prayers for these times of change and release. May I be able to let go of what does not serve me and cherish what does.
Amen.
Let the present be held with thanksgiving and reverence. Very nicely put. Let the present be held with thanksgiving and reverence.
Amen.
And then,
yes.
Yeah, absolutely. And Mac and Cheese says, I kind of need a prayer at the moment. There's too many things to count that have been wearing me down. Anything would help. I appreciate it immensely.
You got it.
Yeah. And yeah, sarcastic was saying, especially if you had a bit of a heat wave this weekend, got to get up to 80. Yeah, I was reading about that. Actually, I think in some places like Portland, it's going to be 90. And I know for you guys that's unusual. Down here we're like, oh please, but yeah, up there that's tough for y'all, especially because not everybody has air conditioning. See down here where we are, if you don't have central air and heat, people look at you like you're crazy. But up in
You are.
well, right, but places up there, it's like you could get away with it, but now it's not so easy
Central
to
air
do.
and heat in other parts of the nation is also known as refrigerated air.
Okay. All right. And that one person, 46, his prayers for my recovery through some traumatic stuff. I've grown distant from the gods and could use some support.
We love you, and so do they.
Yeah. Mac and Cheese was saying, my advice to make new accounts, move all your photos to the new account with usernames, new usernames and everything. Okay, and Ori asked for a cookie. Melis would love a cookie. Would love to hear from Lady Segment. Oh, and Wolf's is working on finding a house with Fox near Alton, Illinois right now. Good luck with that. Yeah, you need to get out of there. And Alex is definitely making new accounts. She's more concerned about members of my family that they might try and contact. Doing all I can. And boyfriend is doing the same as well. Okay, yeah, and in the UK they have a malicious communications act, and people who threaten things online can be prosecuted. Yeah, and I have to say that the United Kingdom and the European Union are much further ahead, I think, than we are here. You guys are a lot more perceptive to the problems with technology, and over here we there's certain things that we kind of hold to be sacred cows, like
freedom of speech.
Well, that, and also businesses shouldn't be regulated. This idea.
Freedom of speech, yes, but you know what? Our freedoms stop when it infringes upon the freedoms or rights of others.
Right.
And that's how it's supposed to be in the United States. That's what the laws and the Constitution says it is. However, ...
Right. Well, again, it gets into the interpretation,
Yes.
and again, I think what's significant, and this is as far as I'm going to go with this, because I'm reading prayers and things like that, but I think it's significant to note that the same year, 1776, I believe it was, saw of course, the Declaration of Independence, but the paper about capitalism as a system and as a form of economic doctrine was published at the same time.
Right.
And in a sense, those are really the two things that guide, or that have kind of left their mark on the psyche of this country.
Are we talking about Common Sense by Thomas Paine?
No, that's something different. But there was something else that basically was talking about capitalism, and of course that's how we, however you interpret it, it's how people keep going back to in this country. And I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm not putting a value judgment on. I'm just saying this is something we have to admit what we are before we can grapple with it and figure out what we're going to do with it.
Right.
And that's as far as I'm going on that.
Thank you.
But so what I'm gonna end up scrolling back and forth because I want to make sure that
try to get all the cookies.
Yeah.
And I'm going to ask you to unplug me in advance.
Okay, so you can get to the door. Yeah, okay, so the first request that we had was for Creature of Legend. Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to read our litany to Sekhmet, and then we'll start with the cookies.
Okay.
So, and I'll get you unplugged.
Okay. I have a few culinary questions later.
Oh, is it like for me?
Like, do we have other jars of Drew's ketchup?
It's unplugged now for some reason already. So here, did you? I wonder if you unplugged it or something. I don't know. But either way,
Okay.
Yeah. but you're free. You can roll about.
Yeah, I couldn't stand if I had to.
Do you need to be able to? Okay, hold on. And okay, should be able to. There. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're good. Don't know how much juice you got, but
Yeah, I don't know if I got any, in fact. We'll have to just figure it out.
remember, it's not a Kemetic reform service. If there's a technical difficulty, you got
That's
the technical
true.
difficulty
I'm just
this
the
time.
difficulty this time.
Yes.
Love you guys.
Oh, and I think you were wanting me to tell everyone what we had. The little peppers here. Is that what you
Well,
were?
that and the Pocky too, because
Okay.
the whole point is give the gods something that's dear to you.
Yeah. Well, that and also thanks for the little bit that we've already got. These are, I think, like little hybrid cayenne peppers, and that's cool because these are like mottled purple, and this one is actually purple. And Darren, you said those purple ones are really hot.
These purple ones tend to be either extra hot or really smoky. They're amazing.
Yeah.
So are the green ones, though.
Yeah. So those are Darren's peppers, and another blackberry. So because like I said, we get them down here at this time of year. They're actually kind of wrapping up, and now my blueberries are starting to ripen. But yeah, Sarcastic will be getting them in a couple of months. So this is offering so that you'll have plenty of good things like that soon. So okay. And I guess things kind of aligned rather nicely because the theme for the second Denit, if I remember right, we have the we're talking about the Eye of Ra, or the Eye of Horus being restored, or we're praying for it because it's diminishing again, and praying for the return of the distant goddess. And this week we're honoring Sekhmet being appeased and coming back, and Tefnut coming back. So. Hail Sekhmet, who presides over the land, Lady of flourishing, generous one, Sekhmet, who protects the two lands. Come to us who are under your sway. Save us, protect us, and preserve us from the first arrow of famine. Hail, Sekhmet, O Curl, O hidden lady, Wajit the Great. Come to us who are under your sway. Save us, protect us, and preserve us from the second arrow of drought. Hail, Sekhmet, who moves in light, who terrifies the gods with her massacre. Come to us who are under your sway. Save us, protect us, and preserve us from the third arrow of war. Hail, Sekhmet, who guides mankind, Lady of the dual shores, mistress of humanity. Come to us who are under your sway. Save us, protect us, and preserve us from the fourth arrow of terror, including the kind that comes online. Hail, Sekhmet, great shining one, foremost in the mansion of flame, who terrorizes the two lands with fear. Come to us who are under your sway. Save us, protect us, and preserve us from the fifth arrow of storms. Hail, Sekhmet, who loves Ma'at and hates Zisfet, Lady of the people. Come to us who are under your sway. Save us, protect us, and preserve us from the sixth arrow of oppression. Hail, Sekhmet, Uraeus, who opens the acacia, great and sovereign one. Come to us who are under your sway. Save us, protect us, and preserve us from the seventh arrow of disease. And hail, O Tefnut, daughter of Atum, firstborn daughter of the Lord of all, great goddess and eye of Ra, Uraeus of Ra, the great Mehen serpent, the great young feline and lady of the sky. Hail, O Tefnut, Ma'at, enduring time. Hail, O Tefnut, lady of life. And to Shu. Shu is the one whom Atum fashioned. His robe is the air of life. A cry for him went forth from the mouth of Atum. The air opened upon his ways. He makes the sky light after darkness. His pleasing colors the breath of Atum. Storm clouds in the sky are his efflux. Hailstorms in dusk are his sweat. The length of the sky is his stride. The width of the earth are his settlements. All living things upon the back of Geb, by Atum's command does Shu govern them. His life is in their nostrils. He guides breath into their throats. Oh, and real quick, because it is second innate. Hail, O Jehuti, whose hands are pure, who dispels the darkness and quiets the storm, ending the tumult and casting out evil, foretelling tomorrow, foreseeing the future. You guide those in heaven, earth, and Duat. Okay. First, I'm going to pull one for everybody, and then I'll go down the list. I believe Creature of Legend was the first one. But we're starting off for everyone, so if anyone is tuning in after the fact, this one is for you too. So. The good old days were once present too. Good advice for anyone thinking, gee, I wish it was like it was at such and such point. Yes, the good old days were once the present too. Okay. All right, we'll start with Creature of Legend, and then, Silver in the Discord, and then Sarcastic. And keep going from there. So, Creature of Legend. Creature of Legend. Opportunity always knocks at the least opportune moment. So it's not going to come when things are easy. Opportunity always knocks at the least opportune moment. So if you're feeling like it's not an opportune moment, I kind of feel your pain right now. So I'm with you, but it's a good reminder for all of us. So okay, for Silver in the Discord, I think that one was just waiting to come out. Oh wow. Imagination is more important than knowledge. That is for silver. And it's funny because that's something that Einstein, and it's a very famous quote of his. And it's funny, I had a bookmark as a kid that had a unicorn and it had that that quote on it. You know, this is like straight out of the 80s, but still important wisdom there. Imagination is more important than knowledge. So pass that on for silver. And for sarcastic, up in the first rune mountains of the Cascades. Okay, sarcastic. To be wronged is nothing unless you continue to remember it. To be wronged is nothing unless you continue to remember it. Oh, by the way, did anyone mention we're in Mercury retrograde right now?
Oh, yes.
I don't know about you guys, but I kind of feel like this one was really kicking our ass. In fact, Darren was having a problem with a friend of his on the PlayStation Network who just flew off the handle and completely misinterpreted something. There's a whole bunch of other stuff going on, and I just decided to Google, "Is it Mercury retrograde right now?" That's when you know it's bad.
Yes, it's been Mercury retrograde for a probably like a week, something like that.
Since about April 21st, I think. And it's going to be in retrograde until Sunday, and then it'll be in the little shadow period for a while. And I guess then everyone will slowly find their minds again, because this one has seemed really rough. But I thought of that, you know, with to be wronged is nothing unless you continue to remember it. Remember, it's Mercury retrograde. So
wait a week and look at it again.
Yes, wait a week and look at it again, whatever it is. Okay, so next is Kit Fox, and then mac and cheese, and of course, you know what, Alex? What I'm gonna do is cookie for you. All right, so we're gonna do Kit Fox, then mac and cheese, Seba Kekaway, Alex for you and for boyfriend, and Finn. First day of work today, and I thank the gods for this blessing. Yes, absolutely. And then Ori. And so then I'll, because I know there's more comments, I will catch up. I just don't want to lose anybody's cookies. So Kit Fox, and congratulations again. You guys were able to hear your baby's heartbeat. That's wonderful. So. Okay. Oh, how funny. This, because Kit Fox, it says, your happy heart brings joy and peace where there is none. Wow. And what did you guys hear today? So I think somebody's happy to be with you. Your happy heart brings joy and peace where there is none. I think that's Mama Sekhmet's way of saying congratulations. So, all right, and mac and cheese. Kind of need a prayer. Too many things going on, but yeah, feeling really worn down. I totally can appreciate that. So let's see what Mama Sekhmet has for you, mac and cheese. Out of confusion comes new patterns. So mac and cheese, out of confusion comes new patterns. So it's confusing right now, but you will find ways to adapt and find new patterns, new ways to get around this. Out of confusion comes new patterns. Okay, and then Seba Kekaway, and then Alex. Seba Kekaway, you got two of them. Okay, first one. Courtesy is one of the best peacemakers. Again, regarding Mercury retrograde. Now your second one. Our duty as men and women is to proceed as if limits to our ability did not exist. So, putting these together, courtesy is one of the best peacemakers. So, whatever you do, be kind and courteous in how you go about it, but remember that our duty as men and women is to proceed as if limits to our ability did not exist. So, onward and upward. And the only limitations are the ones you put in your mind. So don't put them. Act as if they are not there. I think they are telling you to go for it. So next for Alex and for boyfriend. And we ask for protection and for justice for Alex. And for Jehuti, we ask you as Lord of the Internet. And the one who reports to Ra every morning, to look after Alex and to put a stop to the things that are bothering her and her boyfriend. Okay. This first one is for you. Never chase a dog into a dead-end alley.
Well, we've heard that one before.
Yeah, well, considering that we're dealing with, people on the internet, don't try to get aggressive after people because they will turn you, consider where dead-end alleys might be. What would be a dead-end alley online? Now the second one is for boyfriend. Now I'm going to laugh if it says to stay home and chill again. Huh. Okay. The great aim of education is not knowledge, but action. Is he planning on going to school on the GI Bill, perhaps? The great aim of education is not knowledge, but action. Something that you can. So, what can you do with this knowledge? So there you have it. Never chase a dog into a dead-end alley. And for boyfriend, the great aim of education is not knowledge, but action. And yes, to reiterate our prayers for Alex, if she missed that opportunity with the museum she wanted to get a job at, may it be because there's something better coming up. Okay. All right, so for Ori and then Melos. And huh. Okay, Kelly's saying I started including protective sigils and things that I post wherever I can. I've got some runes that Anubis Cartesian work. It's kind of a neat idea, yeah. But okay, so Ori and then Melos. For Ori, through greater effort and hard work, a precious dream comes true. So, and I'm sure if I hold it in front of the camera, it's going to get a little blurry. But let's see if it will. I don't know. But through greater effort and hard work, a precious dream can come true. So, something that Ori is really wanting to get done, just put in a little harder effort, a little more work, and it will come true. Through greater effort and hard work, a precious dream comes true. So, Melos, we're glad to have you back. And Melos, I think you mentioned dealing with a fever. We asked Lady Sekhmet as Mistress of Healing to help you get over that. And I appreciate that because I got the final COVID booster. Darren and I did just a couple of days ago, right before they ended the health emergency. We said, let's go ahead and just get it. And it really kicked my butt for a couple of days. I'm finally starting to feel better, but my arm was like really, really sore and tender for a while. So I can totally appreciate feeling run down. But Melos, all investment in knowledge always pays the best interest. All investment in knowledge always pays the best interest. So, yes, the money that you put into it will pay off. Money, time. There's lots of different ways you can invest in something. But knowledge is the one thing that always pays off. Okay, so I'm going to scroll down now. Oh goodness, your dorm doesn't have AC. Oh my god. Wow. Hey, koalas and they're free. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. So 9/11 Sean, thank you for the super thanks. Um, okay, yes, Adam Smith, The Wealth of Nations, 1776. Thank you. Yes. Okay, yeah. All right, so 9/11 Sean, then Mary Weapaway. And a little prayer because COVID is kicking my butt. My joints are so sore right now. You know what? That must have been what because my joints were really, really sore, and I wonder if it's because I was just feeling a little bit of the effects. It's kind of like when you get the flu shot, and so you feel like you got the flu for a day. Um, so yeah, wow, it's my sympathies. So okay, 9/11 shine, then Mary Guapa wet, and then we'll keep going. Okay, and for David, all right. Okay. Oh, globs of knowledge. So this is your first time. Well, thank you. Welcome, welcome. So glad. All good over there. Getting May blackberries. Oh yeah. As soon as they're returning from a long Dominic M is returning from a long business trip. Might be a nice job prospect for me later on. Here, all our hopes. Okay.
No, that one took a bit.
Yeah. Now there's one in here somewhere that's like two cookies together, like the packages are stuck together. So if somebody will be getting a twofer, it's just we're gonna let them decide who it is. But this one is for 9/11, Sean. Okay, wrapped pretty tight. But here we go. The first blow does not fell the tree. So 9/11, Sean, they're telling you you're gonna be chopping at it a while, but the first blow does not fell the tree. Patience and perseverance. And a good Rocky training montage for anyone who'll get that. But okay, Mary Twepaway. Yes, and my thanks, for my folks who are in Europe because you guys are like way ahead of us, so it's very very early in the morning, and the fact that y'all are able to tune in, I'm always grateful, and I always hope that you enjoy, the time we spend together. Wow, Married to Wet? Learn to listen, not hear. I think that's I almost got chills with that. Learn to listen, not hear. Um, Again, Mercury retrograde. There may be somebody who's trying to tell you something, and you think that you're hearing them, but no, there's something that they're trying to convey that you haven't gotten yet. Give it another chance, and try to approach it with an open mind. Learn to listen, not hear. Okay, yeah. Our wrapper's kind of overflowing. Yeah, I'm working on scripting for several episodes, and I think something I'm going to do is have Kid Ptolemy do a little happy dance for everybody who gives us super thanks. So yeah, he will do our super response. So,
He'll be our
David?
mascot of sorts.
Yeah. Okay, so David, and then Solomon's son. Wait, did I hear that Tefnut is associated with Mahen? Yes, when we were reading that. Um, yeah, let me go back and research that, but I believe so. That was like another title, hang on, let me pull it up here because I was reading it. Where do we have it? Oh, that's Torah. So glad I put this in alphabetical order. Okay, hail Dua Tefnut Mehenet Uret. Adoration of Tefnut, the great Mehen, another name for the Uraeus cobra. So, technically, what it is the Mehen serpent is associated with the cobra, the Uraeus, and of course, Tefnut and Sekhmet and all the Aya goddesses are also associated with the Uraeus. So that's where the connection comes in. Again, a little bit behind, but I'm trying to make sure I don't lose the cookie icons. So
it's kind of like all the various eyes pretty much have a Leonine aspect.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah. And you know, and I'm scrolling down and people saying Mercury retrograde explains a lot for me. And Alex, it's also kicking your butt too. So yeah, we're there. Oh, okay. And Dominic, as divination please, is my statue of Mute going to do well? Um, you know, Dragon's Library, need to head to bed for work in the early AM. Thanks for the wonderful services always. Okay, and poor Dragon's probably headed to sleep right now. So I hope you sleep good. We love you, and hope we send you to bed with good feelings. So okay, so all right, that was for David. Knowledge and not doing are equal to not knowing at all. So that one is for David. Knowledge and not doing are equal to not knowing at all. I think Mama Sekhmet is saying, you know what you need to do. Now you got to do it. That was for David. Let's see, Solemn Son, and then Dominic. There we go. Solemn Son. Open your horizons and see all the options you have. Then you will be truly fortunate. So let me read that one more time. Open your horizons and see all the options you have. Then you will be truly fortunate. I think they're telling you have some things that are fortunate for you, but you're not looking at them. They're if you broaden your mind a little bit, you'll realize some good things that you have. So Dominic, this is asking about his statue of Mute that he's working on. And by the way, Dominic is a wonderful sculptor. He posts some beautiful pictures and fires his own work. And that is a much more complicated process than people realize. 25 years ago, I took a ceramics class where we were hand doing ceramics, and things would blow up in the kiln all the time. So, I have to talk up your work because it's always amazing when you post the pictures. And it says, the bull must remember that he was once a calf.
Things start small.
Yeah. The bull must remember that he was once a calf. I guess the sense that I'm getting, Dominic, is because I know you've been working at this and don't get too overconfident, especially with this work. It seems to me, as a fellow artist, when you're starting out, you're real careful. And then when you've done it a few times, you feel like you've got it. That's when you start to get tempted to rush, or you think, okay, yeah, I think this is easy. And then that's when you screw something up. And then it's only when you've done it enough times to screwed up and you know what you're doing, then you have the confidence of saying, okay, this, I know what I'm really doing. So, everybody starts off as that calf, and the wise bull is the one that remembers what it was to be a calf. I guess is what they're saying. So, and best of luck to you with that, and with the job that you're taking the trip for. Ah, and an MD's duty is to bring mischief without limit. That alphabet. Hi, good. Thank you. No fever, just been sick with I don't know, hay fever or what, but it's been so bad the last week. Yeah. Um. Uh. Yeah, and why is everyone getting sick? Well, yeah, the season's changing and the pollen. And the thing is, the pollen season has been getting longer and longer. And of course, for us down here in the deep south, yeah, we get the blackberries early. We also get the hay fever and stuff like that early too. So we've been dealing with that since like March. But yeah, that's what's got a lot of people feeling under the weather. But yeah, and as far as because yeah, I realized we had the fortune, the duty of a man or a woman, or anything in between. We can kind of add that to it. So remember, a tomb started off having everything comprised within him, her, and all of them. So. Hmm, let's see. Okay. Well, if I've gotten everybody, then we'll go ahead and we'll wrap this up. Let me know if I missed anyone, or if anyone's got a request for a prayer or something that we haven't covered yet. And no fear, just yuck. Um, well, let's say a quick prayer to wrap up for everyone, and may everyone have life, prosperity, and health, alertness, favors, and affection. Oh, you gods, may you make our eyes to see you every day as ones righteous who set you in their hearts. Supply our needs of bread and drink, and guard our mouths in speaking. Come to us and give us counsel. Make us heedful of your wisdom. When one appeals to you, you come from afar. Lend your ears to the lonely and the poor. May you give breath to those who are wretched, and bread to those who have none. Guardian of the weak, may you set the oppressed free, and let your blessings surpass all wealth. Hail unto you, Atum. Hail unto you, Capri. You come into being upon the primeval hill. You shine forth upon the shrine of the phoenix in Unu. You breathe out Shu and Tefnut. May the giving of these offerings endure, as the name of Atum, foremost of the great Enid, endures. May they endure as the name of Shu, Lord of Upper Menset in Unu, endures. As the name of Tefnut, Mistress of Lower Menset in Unu, endures. As the name of Geb at the Earthsba endures. As the name of Nut in the shrine of Shenit in Unu, endures. As the name of Osir, Kentiamentiu endures. As the name of Asat in Necheru endures. As the name of Sutek in Nubet endures. As the name of Horus in Pei endures. As the name of Wajit in Dep endures. As the name of Jehuti in Khamenu endures. As the name of Ra in the Akhet endures likewise for eternity. You have come in peace, O Ra. You have come in peace, O Sekhmet, O Shu. You have come in peace, O Yonachuru, Jehuti, and Ma'at. May you go forth in peace, O Ra. May you go forth in peace, O Yonachuru, to every place your immortal cause wish to be. May you sail in joy in the manjet bark, and rest content in the sextet bark. And may you smile upon us, your humble servants. And I'm going to pass on some prayers as well. Darren can't uh, be here to relate it himself, but he heard from his mom, and apparently she has cancer, and they won't tell her what stage it's in, but they said they're going to try some aggressive chemotherapy for it. So um, we don't know. You know, it's metastasizing in a couple of places. Of course, she's been dealing with stuff like that on and off for a long time, but um, it's weighing very heavily on Darren's mind, especially because he just lost a boss that was somebody that he was very close with. She gave him his first opportunity, and she passed away of cancer last month, and so we ask for strength and endurance, I guess, for him, comfort, because I know he's going to be dealing with a lot, with that, and we all love him, and we want him to get to feel better. So
There was also, I think he said something about what you were offering on the offering plate tonight. It was something special.
yeah, well, it was the little peppers. He wanted to mention the peppers because these are basically Darren's pepper plants, and when we bring that's another fun thing if anybody likes to garden. Peppers, where they're native to in I believe it's in Central America, where in that part of the world they don't have to deal with frost killing them off in the wintertime, and so they're actually like perennial bushes. And so if you have pepper plants in a pot and you bring them in the wintertime, they don't die. They just kind of go a little dormant, but then you bring them back out in the springtime and they put out a blush of fresh flowers. And so we've got like all these little cayenne peppers here, and these were like some kind of hybrid things that I got from an online seed source. And so you've got some that are mottled. They've got this nifty like green and purple on them, and then the ones that are straight up purple, and then there's others that are green, and you let them go long enough they turn red. So we got a whole blush of peppers. Now I heard a story about a guy who wanted to get really hot peppers, and so he had a pepper plant that he would like yell at every day, and it made them hot. But Darren talks to his, and he's like, "We love you, little pepper plants," and so his are like smoky and sweet, and really good. So that tells you something right there. Oh, and I guess prayers to our lords and ladies of vegetation, because I got a papyrus plant in yesterday, and I planted. I had a pot ready for it, so it's an actual papyrus. I don't know if you guys are like me, but people figure out you like Egyptian things, and so suddenly every exotic looking sedge or cane or whatever they think is papyrus. It's like no. If it can survive a winter, it is not papyrus. Papyrus is a tropical plant. I'm trying to explain that to my best friend's mom, because she had gotten something that was like a native sedge, and she was saying it was papyrus, and it's like, no, this is not real papyrus. If it survived in the winter in your yard, it's not papyrus. But I got a real one, and it's in a pot, and hopefully it'll take off, and we'll have some papyrus we can put on the altar. So, but. Thank you, Melos. Thank you so much. Yeah, and horsetails are close enough. Actually, you know what? If you want something that is very close to it, and I believe is in the same genus as papyrus, there's an umbrella sedge, and actually I had mistaken that for some papyrus, and did some footage. There was like a garden at a local art museum that used to, they'd let people go and film there. And so some of my older episodes of the how-to guide have in the outro, you've got like footage of a little waterfall and some plants that's actually umbrella sedge, and that can survive in the wintertime. So That's why they have it growing around here. But that's another
I
good
remember
substitute.
that.
Yeah. So if you see that's something you can find it at a lot of nurseries, and it makes a good substitute because it's a close relative. So
Think of it as like a season 1.
that was like probably season 2 or 3. Yeah, because it was after we moved here. So from the stuff from around 2011, 2012, thereabouts. That's where I had that's when they still let people go and do things in the little water garden they had behind the art gallery. Because problem is somebody because people would go in there and take wedding pictures and stuff out there, but then somebody brought horses out there and that tore up the turf and they totally messed up the place, and now we can't have nice things. So that's always how it goes. This is why we can't have nice things. But so guys, thank you so much. Love to everyone, and happy Mother's Day to everyone who is, and we'll be celebrating Mom, and for everyone who might be working as a server, our prayers and strength are with you, because even CNN had an article about why restaurants hate Mother's Day, and I actually did some work as a hostess one year and during Mother's Day, and yeah, that was like that was like Black Friday for a restaurant. It was insane. So prayers of strength for anyone who might be having to deal with that, and you guys have a good week. So much for joining us. See you guys. Same bat time, same bat channel.
For those still playing, that was an ancient form of cow goddess.
All righty. Send up to everybody. Much love.